Hey anyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Abhi on Camera, tonight we're watching the finale of Loki Season 2. A couple things before we get into it. First of all, I didn't realize that this week was the finale. When you were watching me react to the last episode, I was fully convinced, for some reason, that this show had, 8 episodes, just like Ahsoka. But no, this is it. This is the finale. Speaking of which, I know you don't usually mention the titles of the episodes at the beginning of the reaction, because, half the time they don't even show up, but the episode title is Glorious Purpose. The same title as the first episode of the show, which I think is super interesting and also gives major finale vibes, as well as the fact that it's 59 minutes long, which I think might be the longest episode in all of MCU Disney Plus history. Last episode, Loki mastered his time-slipping powers, so let's see how he'll use them to be a god of time. If you enjoy this video, consider hitting the like button. If you want to see more of my content, consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you don't want to do either, then let's just get into the episode. Oh, they're showing us... Yep, they're giving us all the way back to its original quote in Avengers.
And you have born to be.
Giving us Season 1 flashbacks as well, to just really bring us back to where Loki was at the end of Avengers and the beginning of this show, and where he is now. And straight to Marvel Studios, no intro this time. Oh no, they're doing it backwards. The music's forward, but the intro's playing backwards. Ah, he's back. Stop him, quickly Loki, stop him. Oh, they're showing us different perspectives. I can't wait. I made a short video for episode 5, but if they're going to do Groundhog Day stuff in this episode, I can't wait to make a video out of it. Comparison video.
Launch it and get back.
Loki, can you not go further back?
Let's keep moving.
They're just carrying him. Okay, so it looks like the entire episode won't be Groundhog Day stuff. It'll be more... something else, because we're finishing up all the Groundhog Day stuff really quickly.
Come on, this device.
I love seeing Loki like this right now, because it's totally the end of a Groundhog Day movie, where the main character just knows everything.
The professor, thank you. How long would it take?
I mean, Loki, you could just be honest about the whole time-slipping thing.
Centuries.
He's gonna do this for centuries? Oh my god, he did it for centuries.
Total sense. Loki, I'm not questioning you.
Now he's... No, I have to pause the episode. I never do that. But do you understand this? Do you understand what they have just done with us centuries later? Right now, the person who has the most experience was maybe Doctor Strange because of the time loop, because of his own time loop. And assuming that Doctor Strange has been through that millions of times, and he remembers all those millions of times, that was insane. Now, Loki has just gone through centuries of loops. And that's insane.
I will roll off the gangway, okay?
God, can you imagine how much closer he's gotten to know all this? I was just saying that Loki was exhibiting the super knowledge mode. That wasn't even close. Now we're in the super knowledge mode.
What about the iron decouple?
Come on, can this finally be the success? Come on. Alright, come on. It's what we expected the first time. He's not gonna make it. It's too early in the episode for things to be done so fast. Yeah, he did it. No, he didn't do it yet. He's almost there. Come on. No, he put it down! Has surely, in all these variations, has Loki not tried putting the suit on himself to go out here?
It's gonna work this time.
Oh no, it's gonna be tragic. It's too early for things to end nicely. No, you're jinxing it. You're jinxing it.
Pumpkins.
I don't trust it.
You did it.
Wait,
No, I knew it was gonna happen.
these readings. Too many branches.
There it is. There it is.
We have to get out of here.
He is becoming so close to He Who Remains. Right? He has to come to this decision about whether to trim the branches or not. He's already lived for so long, not to do It is. It's ending up whether if he becomes He Who Remains.
It will never be enough.
Never enough.
Yeah.
Always fail.
I mean, it's a sad moment. I was thinking about that slightly with the whole infinite thing, but I just assumed, you know, comic book science, it'll just work. So how far are you going back now? As soon as the timeline starting branches? Oh, yes, he's going right back here. Love that he's back to playing He Remains again. Thank you. Now let's have a conversation.
How many times have you been at this? This isn't the first time we've had this conversation, is it?
Actually, it is. It looks like it.
I know about the slipping. And that be it? Zip? Nada?
That's why his
HWR?
plan,
No. I told
all of this was part of his plan. Look, I loved him playing, again, ignoring what the actor has done. I love the performance of Victor Timely, but his He Who Remains was amazing.
Okay, when you're ready to have a conversation. Okay?
God. Woo! Quick learner, eh, Loki?
What makes you this conversation?
Ah, Loki is still the god of mischief.
Everything except
Oh.
the sacred.
No wonder he can't decide. I was wondering why the point of the loom, and they said this, it powers the TVA, but that's it. It's his failsafe bomb to clear everything with the second timeline. But even then, if it blows itself up,
My variants
does it loop?
already out there.
Because
There's too many. I won't stop.
Doesn't matter.
does it then loop? Because if it doesn't, then it'll be gone, and the chances will go anyways.
But the outcome to this equation, where nothing survives, Loki. Not even the sacred timeline.
Yes, but we're gonna get an Avengers movie to fix all that.
Okay, let's try it this way. Can't you see what I'm offering here is mercy?
I mean, it's mercy at the cost of infinite lives.
Or for you.
That's the thing about this whole infinite multiverse stuff. At a certain point, even death becomes meaningless because every person who is alive somewhere is dead somewhere else. Times it infinity. There are infinite worlds where you're alive, there's infinite worlds where you're dead.
Okay.
Infinite worlds of peace, infinite worlds of atrocity, infinite worlds of in-between. That's the problem with infinite. It's interesting going back to season 1. This whole I'm offering you the throne thing. He really was, just not to that version.
He did. He paused. Timeline
Wait,
started to branch.
is this Mobius' own story? Every time they do this story time, it's Mobius who used to be a hunter and he made this mistake. I love Mobius, even if he has no idea what's going on. He's just met this Loki. He's so ready to go with the sage advice too.
She actually became a judge.
Wait, Renslayer was the one who chose not to do it?
You're here instead of dust in a TVA vent.
Okay, so I was wrong about saying it was Mobius. It was Renslayer who did it.
And by hard, I mean impossible.
So everything right now at the halfway point is leading him to kill Sylvie.
Choose your burden.
Wait, what? I have no... That is dramatic as all hell. But why is all that getting destroyed? Oof. Just the flex. Stop. Oh, not even stop. Just full reversal.
They're outside time.
You've come to her, to this future her, to beg forgiveness? What's she gonna say?
Not giving you my blessing, if that's
I was thinking about that too. It was like, oh yeah, you can go kill me.
It's not enough to protect the sacred timeline, Loki.
The unfortunate fact of the matter is that we know
It's full of death,
it will never be just the sacred timeline.
justice,
Because we know what Marvel has planned for the future. We know that this multiverse stuff won't just
to protect that.
go by, no matter how much the audience may say they don't like it.
Everyone's dead.
I've lived through enough of them to know that sometimes it's okay to destroy something.
Well, that is a really important lesson. Honestly, for him to really realize. Alright, back here again. Let's see what we can do. So what's your plan now, Loki? Let it all just blow up? Build a brand new TVA? You're just gonna go down and do it yourself, huh?
Hey,
That's what I was saying earlier in the episode, right?
What are you doing?
Ooh, not even wearing the suit.
I know what kind of god I need to be.
All this build-up with the suit tearing apart, just to flex with Loki coming out without it. Oh my god, I love it! A slow transformation into a new god costume for him. Oh. I love it! The massive horns! But not like the too detailed, just green. Oh, it's so perfect. Look at that. You broke the loom. Didn't explode. What is it? What are all these black timelines? Is this the timelines? All just scattered, tangled string now? But he's bringing them back to life. Oh, Loki is completely the god of time now. Or at least I knew in the comics he was briefly the god of stories. Look at it, the green. I love Loki's green. Especially this costume reminds me so much of classic. It's comic book Loki, but like done in a new age fashion. Bye, Loki. Well, bye. There's still 20 more minutes. Are you going to the end of time? You are. Look at those shoes.
What are those?
Oh, look at that. Gee, look at it. Oh, it's all coming off of him. I thought it looked like that in the farther shot. But it's all linked to him. He's keeping them alive with his own himself. Oh, do you understand how comic booky this is? This is the most godly thing that he's ever done. You finally got a throne, Loki. And the music. Man. Oh, and I'm holding back tears. This is too good. This is amazing. Oh, look at it. It's so good. It's Yggdrasil. Oh, you're going back to it. Loki has created Yggdrasil. Oh. Oh, this couldn't have ended cooler. I mean, like, this so makes up for Loki dying. Just after. Period. Oh, and it's a tree. Especially to grow together. Instead of them cutting the tree, now they just have a tree. Oh, I love it. And they've rerouted it so it looks like a tree of Yggdrasil.
How are things going over here?
Look at you, rebooted.
Or she won't.
616 adjacent realm, but they handled it, so we're all good for now.
That's Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. That's what they're referring to, and I'm sure that's, if we zoom into it, that's what I was going to say. Alright, he's finally learning about his timeline. Still here, huh? Figured they'd replace this.
Casey said he's gonna get these taken down.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Good reminder. Funny you should mention that, because
He's not going, he's leaving, aren't you? Yes, it makes sense that he's never seen it in the earlier episodes, because this is how it's gonna end. A goodbye, we're splitting up ending. I mean, at this point, it's very clear there's no chance of a season 3. I really wasn't expecting this kind of ending. Everyone goes their separate ways. A new TVA handbook. I guess it's a little bit of revenge for her. Finally going to the place everyone else has gone. That she's pruned. What? Why is that there? For all time, always. What? Does that mean that was like the previous TVA? Or hi, Eliath? Yeah, that was a little bit suspicious. For all time, always, and then we assumed it was Eliath, but we didn't see them kill her. Someone may still be on the board. If he does choose to reintegrate himself, how would that work? Take himself out? Try to find... Because the timeline where he was taken from is gone. Alright. Gotta end with actually Loki. It's his show after all. This is your throne now, Loki. This is your glorious purpose. Oh. What an ending. What an ending. So, that was the finale. Glorious purpose. This time, Loki really knows what his purpose is. He's embraced it, and I don't know. What an ending. Just what an ending. Last episode already, I was talking about Loki becoming a god of time. This time-slipping power. I figured he'd keep it in his skill set. That wasn't a surprise to me. Him controlling it and everything, that wasn't a surprise. It's the fact that ending, though, that's so comic book visualization. I thought he would remain with the TVA. He'd have the power to jump around time all by himself, right? Appearing when people need it. He'd be that kind of god of time. Not this comic book, just mythical figure at the heart of Yggdrasil. Physically holding the universe, the various timelines, the multiverse together. I mean, wow. I thought Wanda getting her turning into the Scarlet Witch was cool, but this was incredible. And I so hope we get to see God of Time Loki at least once more. It's such a powerful ending to this character. Like, his death in Infinity War was a shock, to be sure. Like, whoa, he's finally dead. But it didn't end his story, right? His movie arc was solid enough. It was no, not enough. It was solid, right? As he learns to come back, and he was with his brother, but then it was cut off before he could actually like enjoy that life. By the time he finally understood his path, he died. And to be fair, there's a bit of similarity in here with that too, because this Loki, when he finds his path, he again can't be with the people he cares about to choose the right path. I wish I could have seen this episode in the movie theater, that's for sure. I was expecting a Groundhog Day. And not only did they Groundhog Day, they Groundhog Day even harder than Doctor Strange. That pullback into Yggdrasil just still has me shook. So I think I was saying something about it earlier, but this brings back to the beginning of the character, because at the beginning, ever since the first Thor movie, this guy wanted the throne. He wanted to be in charge of Asgard because Odin told him, "You're also my kid." Right? There's the perfect line. You are both deserved to be kings. And that talk like that really like wormed its way into Loki and harmed him and led to what he became, how he turned against it. And that's why he attacked Earth in the Avengers. He wanted to rule Earth instead. He wanted a throne. That's what he wanted. He wanted to be in charge of everything. He wanted control. He wanted a throne. And he finally got one. In the end of this story, he got the throne that he wanted. But with the weight of what he has to do truly on his shoulders. Fine, this may not be traditional leadership the way being the ruler of Asgard would have been. But that pressure of having to be for the people, to sacrifice for them, he finally understands that. And I just love it. For the rest of this episode, the Groundhog Day aspect was amazing. And and like I said, I'm gonna make a video out of it. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna line it up, but I'll figure it out. Even though it kept repeating, I love seeing the understanding. It's like, okay, how do I? It's like, okay, speed it up just a little bit. No, okay, now I need to skip major steps. He learns how to be a master of physics, and it still doesn't work. He tries to go back further. Oh no, he thinks he has to kill Sylvie, and maybe that's not the answer at all. And he comes back to that moment, to that same moment from the beginning of the episode. Comes back right before the room is going to explode. Instead of fixing it, he just goes out there, breaks it, and he takes the place, holding all of reality together. It's so good. This season was so good. I can't say it was as solid as the first season. The first season had a really nice throughput, but this was amazing. I think the few things that are missing are really with Sylvie. We never found out why she was prone in the first place. Why she's a variant. What she did to be different from mainline Loki. Never found that out. We never know what happened to her, and that whole Loki romance thing was just kind of like a little bit shoved off until this, a little bit shaved down compared to the first season. Mobius was great. B-15 was lower tier, not my favorite character. OB, he was so good. Keho Kwan was so good. Casey was fun, and apparently he's a real-life infamous criminal. I know I'm rambling. To take it as the show as a whole, it has been a highlight. As much as I hate to admit it, since I like to like everything, it's just easier and more fun to just enjoy most everything. I can admit that the quality of Marvel content, while we're getting so much more of it, it's fluctuating. Some of this stuff isn't as good as the other parts of it. Loki, though, this show has been the highlight. One of the top projects. Probably the best show. And maybe one of the best things that's come out in the last couple of years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's set design, it's music, it's storytelling, it's variety of characters. All of it worked so well to create such an enjoyable story. Even if people say, oh no, this actor is terrible, the episodes are terrible now, why couldn't we have something more fun? And like, why couldn't we have Legends of Tomorrow but with Loki? Putting all that aside, it's still one of the best things Marvel has put out in the last few years. And I really am sad that we're not going to get any continuation of it. I can only hope that maybe we see a couple of these characters around. Never say never, because you know that Avengers Secret Wars, that's going to have its own versions of Endgame's portal scene, and it will be so much more massive than Endgame, that's for sure. So, at the very least, I expect the TVA, God of Time Loki, to show up there. But for now, it's time to say goodbye to them. If you want to see me organize my thoughts more properly and make a separate review video, please let me know in the comments. Though, of course, I know most of you don't even watch the video to this point. If you have watched the video to this point, thank you. Thank you so much. I cannot express how much I appreciate it. I mean, I spend so much time talking into a camera. It feels so reassuring to know that there are people behind that camera who are watching me and enjoy spending this time with me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you enjoyed this entire season of reactions, and even last season's reaction as well. I hope you'll join me in another video. Over here is whatever YouTube decides to show you. Over here is a playlist of my videos. On my face is the subscribe button. Like, comment, subscribe, criticize even. I don't mind. See ya.